remember, we were talking about the grid planes, right? And we introduced three main functions to add any item at a given index. We said we usually start with a column followed by row. And we can do it per column, assuming row is 0. We can do it per row, assuming column is 0. We can also change any index at a time, moving one item from the original location all the way to this new index. That could be either row or a new column. So I think we covered this last time. So did we all check this example?
Yes, I guess.
Okay. So remember when we said we have labels, we have the add column and add row here. We start at index 1. This is going to be row
0.
0 with label 1, label 2, label 3, right?
Yes.
Like here. I can possibly tell this is index 0, index 1, index 2, right? Okay. Okay. Same exact code. The only difference, I think you can see from me, right? Is it better? Okay. So here, it's the same exact code. The only change is these two statements. We have the set row index and the set column index, right? So here I'm moving label 5 to which row?
4.
Row number 4 instead of row number. Where was the exact location of label 5 earlier?
Row.
Okay. Let me draw this so I can have here. I can have here, this is label 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. Again, we agreed last time, if we already have the indices for every item, I can tell the maximum number of rows and columns. Here, looking at this, we have two statements to place our items, and one of which is adding it to the first column. So this goes here, label 1, label 2, label 3, right? And the second one here will add to row number 3, label 4, 5, and 6. So here, label 4, label 5, label 6. Yeah? Agree? So this is simply our grid. Yes? Make sense? Now, what we do here is what? We want to move label 5 to row number 4. So for this, I need to take it out from here, and I move it to row number 4, which is here. Agree? So same exact row, same exact column index will remain, but only the row value will change. Now, second statement, we have here an update to label 1 to move into which column? Column number 2. So here, I will scratch it from here, and I will put it here. Make sense?
Yes.
So now my final grid will be label 1, label 2, label 3, label 4, label 5, label 6. So that's how it's going to look like. Okay? Now, can you give me the entire dimension of this grid? Like how many row by how many column?
5, 5.
5 rows, 2 columns.
Excellent.
No, 3 columns.
Three columns,
Oh,
exactly.
sorry.
Excellent. Okay. 2 additional statements. Here we have the set edge gap to be 20 pixels, set V gap to be 30 pixels. So I'm expecting, yes please.
Because what the reason of setting the word 20 or 30? If you anyway you can extend it and then the word will move.
Okay, so again, sometimes you can't block the entire resize feature, but you want things to still maintain a good shape. So if you don't want to, because ideally speaking, it adds no single space. Okay, and it can't read, even if you put any additional spaces, it can't read more than one white space. So even if you put, I don't know, like a label that has 5 or 10 spaces, eventually it's going to be translated into one. So to make sure this is added, you need to add spaces. These spaces are maintained regardless of the size. Okay, so whether you make it a small scale frame or if you extend it, this space will be maintained. And it can help you later in just fixing the size and preventing anyone from changing this preference. Okay? No, that's a very good question. If I try to resize, you will only see the new spaces within the edges. Okay? So from top, from left, no changes will happen. In middle, nothing will happen. Come on? Only with the edges you're extending. Because when we extend, we go from here or here, right? So only if it's margin already, nothing is coming afterwards, you will start seeing the empty space on right. And here you will see empty space on the pulsar. But in between, this structure will be maintained. Okay? Maybe you're thinking of scaling this design up. We call this responsive design sometimes. So what if I want to resize and this gets to update with me, right? We will get to see this. Okay? Just not now. End of this chapter. You can. You can put it in ratios. So the ratio now helps you. For example, I want to know the entire width, and based on which I can take a percentage to be my own space. So 10% will be my space regardless. Come on? So I can put it in ratios. This is possible. Okay. Can you tell me the dimensions of this grid?
9 by 5.
9 by?
5. Yes, number.
Any other option? 9 by 5?
Yes.
What else? Any other
3
option?
by 3. With a 4 by 3.
4 by 3.
4 by 3.
4 by 3.
What if it's still 5 by 3?
5 by 3.
I think it's 5 by 2.
Nice. Very good. You're able to spot this now. Excellent. So what I have here in my code, again, this is nothing but the edge gap and V gaps. All I did here is I made the grid line visible. So it can tell me where's the actual cell and where are the additional spaces. So here, I'm not really counting these as cells. You cannot fill it. It's only a space, right? So the actual cells are these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 rows. How many columns?
3.
1, 2, 3. So this is 5 by 3. So this is going to be the line to do it. Set grid lines visible. Capital G, capital L, capital V. By default, it's false. Remember last example? It doesn't show. That's default. So I made the lines visible. I need to turn it true. So default is false for this one. Okay? Okay. So this is same, but here I removed the 2 lines of spaces. So now it shows you the exact lines of cells. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How did you remove it?
I just removed the false lines we had here. See this? These two lines? It's the same code, by the way. I'm only highlighting for you the change. So it became only the statement without the H gap and B gap. Okay? Now we have the border pane, which is very fun to know. So border, again, it sets your own items in a maximum of how many locations? 5 locations. In general, we don't have here get children.add or get children.add all as well. But instead we use set top, set bottom, set left, exactly, right and center. So these are the 5 methods to place your items in the right location. And let's see how many possible locations I can have my item placed in within this grid. 1, 2, 3. So left, center, right. Excellent. Then top, right, top, center,
Bottom.
bottom,
Top, center, bottom.
bottom, again on left. I'll talk about this at the end. Okay, here,
Left, right,
left,
middle.
center,
Right.
right. Perfect. How many till now?
4.
So this is 4 by 3. This is 12.
12.
Right here. Again, top.
Bottom. Middle, bottom.
Left, right.
I can still have top, right,
Yeah.
top, center. So this
Yeah.
one can place it within 9 possible locations, but we will go with the simple top, center, and bottom. So let's assume we have possibility of 15 options here. Okay. And of course, if I want to control this alignment, I need to use
Set alignment.
set alignment method, and I give it which item I want to place, which position I want to place it in. So you want to put it, let's say, right center. You want to put it left center. So you need to specify this. And of course, we have our constructor that helps us build our item in first place. Yeah?
Doctor, how do we write the position in code? Like, how would that be?
We'll show you now. Okay. See this. So I have my pane created. This is of type border pane. Yes? And I pass it here. So this is the parent as we agreed, usually comes outside. Whatever you put inside is usually the child level. So I have here anonymous labels. One is set on top, the other on right, bottom, left, and center. Again, this pane is going to be the child to the scene. The scene is going to be attached to the stage. Then we display our stage. So this becomes now my interface. Again, pay attention to default location. And this is very important. I'll give you 2 tricks now. Okay? One trick is knowing default location in each of these positions. So in top, default is left. This is not obvious here, but let me extend it for you to see it. If you try to expand, default for left is
Top left.
Default
Top
for
right.
right is
Top right.
Default for center is
Center.
Center. Default of bottom is
Bottom left.
Bottom left. Okay?
Yes.
So these are defaults. If I want to change this, I have to write the set alignment statement. Okay? Okay, there is a trick here. Just keep it in mind, and we will talk about it in a few slides. Can I place more than one item in one location here?
Yes.
Can I put, for example, top and then maybe a bottom?
Yes.
Yes, you
How?
can.
So here, if you think, okay, can I add comma, for example, comma, and then new button, hello there?
Yeah. You want to add more? That
You're close.
something down.
You're
You add
close.
it down, not to the right.
Okay, so you're saying if I add anything,
Yeah.
but you're saying set top, again, another statement, and I add a new
No,
button.
not the same stage.
Same statement. So you say new button, and this is going to add it here, you say?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
If we do new button dot set alignment, that way it's not in the same default position.
Or we
Set
we,
next.
We create another
How
one.
to change the position? We'll talk about this in a while.
We
So
create
my
another
question,
We create
Set next.
another one.
another setup. Down.
You're very close now. I need a better answer.
What if we like adjust the grid lines to make like more columns, like setting the widths, and then maybe that makes it more.
When you turn it grid plane, that's
No,
not.
But
we
then-
need that setup to.
You're very close. You have the idea, but you don't know how to translate it. Yeah,
New button. Oh.
it's okay. Think about it. Okay, we still have more slides to come to that part.
Okay.
Right. Okay, look at this now. So we have this code. Look at this. For you to start using the set alignment method, we need to import this statement. So JavaFX geometry dot position. That's a position class. POS. P capital. Okay. So here I have my labels, my border pane, and I have here again my pane is attached to each of these labels in a given position. Top, bottom, left, right, center. Till here we know, right? Now this is the new part. So if I want to draw this, this is how it was. This was top, yes? Then we have on bottom, we have bottom. We have left.
Left, right, center.
Here we have right.
Center.
This was it, right?
Yes.
Now I'm trying to change top into top center. So this will move to
Sure.
here,
Yes.
right? Bottom will change to bottom center. So again, here we use position, which is imported.
Yes.
Position as a class dot. What is
Top
that?
center.
What do we call this?
The place. Index. مو index شو اسمه؟
Position. Align.
No, guys, look at this.
No,
Final what? Constant. Thank you. Thank
Which
you.
one?
Exactly. We call this constant, right?
Yes.
So inside this class, I have constants. These constants go for these locations in terms of
Position.
geometry vectors.
Always, it doesn't change.
It doesn't change. Okay, I'll give you something that's outside the scope of the course. But think of all of this like you're having pixels that you draw with, okay? So here, if I'm saying, okay, I don't know. So for example, this is my screen, okay? When I decide to put any element in any location, it means I'm drawing it. And if you decide to zoom in, let's say, you start seeing pixels. I'm not sure if you ever saw pixels. Here, for example.
You can see the rigid line.
Can you show it perhaps in a constant image? Let me try to zoom in here. It's not so clear, but you might see actually these are pixels. Do you see these?
Yes, yes.
These are pixels, and every pixel is given a shade of a color. Okay? From a grid of RGB, if you know the standard, it's RGB, red, green, blue. These are the main three colors we have. And these three colors can draw any possible pixel color. Just mixing intensity. So I can decide to make a lower shade of red with a high shade, let's say, of green together with blue, and this can give me a whole new color. Okay? So this is how pixels are drawn in general. So that's why we are using here geometry.
Yeah, but why it's related to alignment?
So alignment in general, it goes for vectors.
Yeah.
Every pixel here has a standard. I don't want to complicate it on you. Okay, it has a vector.
Yeah.
Okay, let's assume it's a vector. This vector tells you how these colors, how the intensity is actually distributed. Come on.
Okay.
So that's why we use geometry as a library. Okay.
Okay.
Now within the geometry, given a full map of these pixels, where exactly the current position will be. That's based usually on X and Y values embedded within this class. So we don't see this, it's black box to us, but this is what happens inside. Okay? Okay, so now we can have the new locations now set to be top, bottom, and again these two will be center left, center right. Center left, center right. Again, this is not right center. This is not left center. Make sure- We don't. We usually start from top, and then left and right are usually second words. Okay. Then the other location comes first. With top and bottom, the other location comes next. And you separate this with an underscore.
What's the difference between them, these two?
Between these two?
No. Up.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is the normal scale if you saw it condensed.
Yeah.
But if you try to expand, you start
Expand.
seeing the spaces.
Okay, so here, paint dot set top just T, and then paint dot set alignment. I didn't get it. Why we set this and then
So we set an exact position first. Okay.
this is okay.
This usually goes into our default. So what I draw here is going to be drawn if you don't have these lines.
Yeah. Okay.
If you decide to move any location to a new position, it will take it from here. This was my top. It will take it from here to here. So set alignment.
Middle.
Yes, center.
In the center.
Center of your top. Yes.
Okay.
This is center of the bottom.
Okay. And the left.
Left center.
Okay.
Yes.
From here. Okay.
Yes, this is the center of your left. This is the center of my right.
Okay.
Again, get back into the remember this layout? So we agreed we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah?
Yes.
So these are all possible locations. What I did here, moving it from this default to this one. From this default to this one. From this default to here. From this default to here. And this remained already.
Wait,
default.
doctor, aren't there 9 boxes in the red one?
In the
Aren't there 9 boxes in the red one?
yes, in the middle one.
So if I wish, to put a position like right
Yes.
there, what would be the constant for that? What would it be called?
I think I listed for you all constants. If not, I'll give you access to this. Yeah, it's here actually. Okay, so I listed for you this in the notes, okay? Again, play with it. You don't need to overcomplicate it. Just go for the fixed positions. I think this is going to serve the purpose. And let's get started now with the actual notes. So when we build any website, when we build any software in general, we need to be very specific. Don't confuse the user much. If you try to deal with a machine, let's consider a vending machine, and you have hundreds of options. This is super confusing, right? And people who are trying this machine or this software for the first time, they will find it very challenging for them to understand. That's why we're actually learning how to split things in different panes, right? Because later you might take each of these panes into a separate interface. You can make navigation possibly made based on clicks, based on options, and so on. So again, make sure you don't overcrowd your own interface with too many options. Make sure you group the features in a proper fashion. And you can always use these 4 concepts behind nodes. Keep in mind, we are dealing simply with the tree structure. Everything here is treated to be a node, either a parent node or a child node. Yes? Now you might ask a question. Why do we still see panes here? Didn't we cover this one? Panes could still be treated as nodes if they are nested, right? We said, and I asked you this question, how can I place 2 items next to each other in the top space of the border pane? Right? Now we will start seeing this, okay? Now, image view, that's one type of multimedia, and all other types will be also supported. Under nodes, we have controls, which is a library. I showed it to you in the beginning. Remember, we have to import it to get access to. Give options. Label, button, text field, text area, all of this come here. we have shapes. So big part of this course will focus on building shapes, making animations. So this is going to be very useful to you. Now let's get started with the nested panes. So how would you nest a pane inside another one? And why would you need this? I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay, get back here. Can someone tell me the output of this code?
Top. And then bottom.
Top,
And then
bottom.
Right, yeah, right, left, center.
Top left.
Guys, read the question. Read the question carefully. Read the question carefully.
Set top.
Top and
The
bottom.
bottom is set top,
Aywa.
and so the bottom is going to be at the top left.
Bottom.
See that? I'm having both of them here set top. Yeah? Okay. So here I have something unusual, right? Now I know this, I know this, I know that. This is sorted. But what's going to happen here? That's my question.
Are they going to be next
I'll
to
give
each
you three
other?
options. Okay? Will I only see top? Will I only see bottom? Will I see top and bottom next to it? Will I see top and bottom below it?
Top and bottom.
Next to it.
Next to it.
Overlap.
What you say?
Next to it.
Okay.
Below it.
So who's saying next? Okay, who's saying next to each other? Like who's saying below each other? Who's saying on top of each other? Who's saying only top? Who's saying only bottom? This is only bottom. Why? We agreed every location. We agreed every location takes a maximum of how many items?
One.
And how the code usually is read by the compiler? We move
Yes.
line by line. So it will do it first here.
then بتشيل وتحط بتاع.
Then it will consider this an update. So it will remove this
Yeah.
and change it. We can't. Thank you. Now this is why we are introducing this case. What if I want to place them both next to each other, or below each other, or on top of each other? How to do this? Yeah? That's the
But
exact
doctor
question.
here, what's the output will be? Top and bottom.
Yeah, that's the output. Just bottom.
Wow.
Just that. Again, it will do this, then it will override it. That's the compiler. It reads line by line.
What
It
if
doesn't
I want-
understand.
What if I want them both?
Exactly. What if we want them both? That's our question, and that's how we will answer it now. Okay? Now keep this in mind, and let's try to look at this code. Now, I'm having here two pane types. First one is border pane, like our previous case, yeah? And the second one here is H-box. Okay? And this H-box, I filled it with a label saying top, another one that says bottom. So they will be next to each other, right? The bottom, I place in it my label. Right, I place in it my label. Left, I place in it my label. Now what goes into the top? I want to see both of them together. So I put my H box.
How?
Okay, come on. Again, let's do this. So I have this statement here. You're creating an H box, right? What do you have? First one is a label saying top, and another label saying bottom. Good? In this statement, I'm building my border pane. Let's assume this is my border pane. What do you place here in bottom? They moved up. I'm not using any alignment, so it's going to be just here. Yeah? In the right, it will just add for me. Right? And here for the left, it will add for me. Left. What's going to be added here in top? I'm adding pane 2 of type
Top and bottom.
H box, in which you added
Top and bottom.
one bottom. So you're moving this whole part here. Exactly. So this will now translate into here, adding top, bottom.
So
Yes.
to add both, you need another pane.
You need to nest.
Nest.
Depending on the layout and the structure that you will put, you need to nest these in the right order. Okay? Again, keep in mind this is a bit trickier because I cannot use pane 2 to fill it without declaring it, right? Declare it first
As a horizontal.
as a horizontal box and then fill it. Once it's ready, you place it. Okay? If I try to swap these two statements, what's going to happen? You will add it while it's empty, which is a null, right? And then you're trying to fill it. Okay?
It works, صح?
It would work, but I mean, if you are expecting to see something at this stage, if you swap, no, you will not see anything. So first of all, build, then fill, then try to add.
So it's nested pane.
Now this is nested pane style. You can apply this to all the types that we discussed. So again, if I'm using a grid can take also a maximum of a single item for every cell. Yeah? If I want to place 2 buttons in one cell, how would I do it?
Vertical, it's a vertical.
You can put it vertical, you can put it horizontal, as you like. You can make it on top of each other.
Like that?
Stack thing. So the inner will be stack thing in that case. Now the outer here is border. The inner is horizontal box. Yes.
If we put بدل H box V box, which is vertical
Excellent.
under each other.
Top,
بتروح ال
bottom. لا, it will push. It will just push.
yeah.
Will extend the space for top. Once it's done,
And then
The rest
the
will
left to right, they're gonna be on the same line. هتنزل right
yes,
كمان.
yes, exactly. Very good question. Yes.
لا خلاص same.
Same question.
What if like I want to like nest H box or V boxes? Is that possible too? So
You
how
can
would
nest.
that-
You
like,
can.
to be like really specific, I can nest them. How would that work? Would I have to do the same thing?
We'll see now an example. Okay. But again, this is not a 1 or 2 levels. You can nest up to 5, 10 levels if you want. So inside this H box, I can have V box. And inside that V box, I can have stack ring. It doesn't matter, okay? So as long as this fits your own final layout, you go for nesting. So there's no rule for this. That's why we said your nodes in that tree are limitless. Depends on your own needs. You can start putting these relations between your nodes. Now back to your question. So I'm having here 3 types of paint, actually 4 types of paints. One here is V-box, second is pane, third is H-box, and last one. Now which one is going to be the parent? That's my question to you.
Which one is going to be what?
The parent.
The stack box number.
Look at the code.
No,
V box.
So V box. V box.
Which one you're adding to your scene?
Pane 1.
It's pane 1. Pane 1 is of type
V box.
V-box. So my parent is going to be
V box.
V-box.
Alright.
Now this pane 1 is filled with some children, which are
Pane 2, pane
pane
3.
2, pane 3, pane
Pane
4. Then pane 2 has its own children. Pane 3 has its own children. Same for pane 4 here. Clear?
Yes.
So here, the black box is simply the V box. Pane 2 here, the orange one is
Pane.
pane. The pane 3 is,
H box.
last one is
Stack pane.
stack pane. So this one will follow its own rules for pane, right? What's the default for pane? How do you place items? Top,
Top left.
top, left. But again, every new item you will place will take a default of top left. And that's a big issue. And that might raise a lot of questions. Why do we need panes? Any idea? So that one as a class type, why do we need it?
So that the default doesn't just go to the top left, so we can customize.
Let me ask you the question in another way. If I want to set a very specific X and Y position for any item, which of these would be best used? I can't use H box with an X and Y position.
V box and H.
So I'm having, that's my question, clarify. I'm having H box, and I have, let's say, an image I want to place here. So I set its own X and its own Y. Can this actually be supported by the H box? No. Can I do it with the V box?
كمان no.
No. Can I do it with the stack pane?
No.
No.
You can get
Can I do it with the
pane.
grids?
No.
No. Can I do it with border panes?
No.
No. Can I do it with panes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Only panes will help you with the X and Y of any internal node. Okay? That's why when you have any item to draw, like shapes, or later even we will see how to draw multimedia, for example, like how to add an image with a given position, like this one. So images, shapes, even text, and I mean text, I'm not saying labels. Here you will see there is a class known as text, and there's a class known as labels. Labels are simple text, but text is drawn text. Okay? We'll look into this in the shapes part.
Doctor, what do you mean by drawn text?
By drawn, I mean
Like-
pixels.
Oh, okay.
So we use X and Y when we can control pixels.
So like different fonts or
You can control it, of course. It gives you a better capability. Like you can control everything, lots of properties, not just the size, not just the X and Y. You can control the font style, the font size, and other features. Yes. Make sense? Oops, my bad. Sorry. Okay, I'll just explain to you this, and next time we will take inshallah the example on it. That's the image view class. So we have here a single constructor, and I have here 4 methods. So the constructor, you only pass it the path of your image, okay? And the path has to be case sensitive. So if you have a folder name, let's say with a small case character, you have to add it as a small case character, okay? You need to add slash followed by your image name dot its own extension, and this has to be accurate. PNG has to be written as PNG, JPG, same for GIF and others. Key tips, okay, and keep it with you for the future.
No space.
Might not be only for that course, might be also needed in other courses. When having a name for any resource, make sure you use it very brief. Like don't use a very lengthy name, like the ones on Google, let's say. Make sure you rename it properly. Avoid any spaces. Don't start with a number, okay?
It's because of error.
Error. You'll end up with a exception. Okay, so sometimes here it works, like not numbers. Don't start here, let's say, don't add spaces, don't start with a number here. In other courses, you'll see a capital letter will make an issue. So don't start with a capital letter.
Even spaces.
Keep it general tips, okay? Here and beyond, it will just follow. So again, make it short name. Don't start with a number. Don't use spaces. Don't start with a capital letter. Don't use capitals anyways, okay? And pay attention, of course, that this is case sensitive. I have here set X and set Y that can help me position my image in any location inside my scene. And I have here, remember how do we change the size of our frame, the stage one?
Yes.
How? What methods?
set width and set height.
Set width and set height. Same exact concept. We will just call it
Set fit.
set fit width, set height. Set width and set height on the image view will not work. So you need to use fit here. Okay?
Yes.
And just to give you a hint, why do we need this fit keyword?
Yeah.
It's simply keeping the ratio. Okay? So sometimes I can extend an image For example, this one, if I extend it a bit on the widths, yeah, the quality will be reduced in most of the cases, right? So fit makes sure that I can still put it in right ratios, okay? So we will discuss this inshallah next time and how to do it on NetBeans. Sunday inshallah we still have our class ongoing. We will only have our quiz at 4, but I promise I'll make it a short one, okay?
Just a question.
No, 220 is a review on 120. That's your quiz. So I do expect you to be fully prepared for this one.
How many questions?
Wallah, I don't put it yet. But yeah, 10, 15.
10, 15 minutes or 10, 15 questions?
10,
Questions.
15 questions.
I'm secure.
Please.
Oh, just another quiz in the midterm. Okay, I'm secure.
Hello.
I'm secure already questions.
I'm secure.
MCQ.
Please, it's a review here.
MCQ. Hello.
So the majority is going to be MCQ.
Majority.
Be fully prepared. Why MCQs are not easy, by the way.
So is here close?
لا عادي. So I'll go easy on you this quiz. But as I told you, midterms, no execute. You have to be fully prepared for it.
No, I'm secure. Is it an hour?
No, not an hour. 20 minutes, maximum 20 minutes.
Okay.
Your midterm is going to be, I think, 1 hour and a half. Or 2 hours, I'm not sure.
15 questions and 10 minutes. I'm not complaining, I'm just asking.
20 minutes? I would say 20.
Also, I'm secure.
10 questions, 20 minutes.
Yes.
Maybe one question complete.
طيب.
Okay, I'll keep this for the bit. It's okay. So MCQ, first quiz, you have maximum. Yeah, mostly MCQ, true, false, and he thinks that you can answer. But people will.
I have a midterm.